My case study question asked me to discuss the ethical considerations of condom promotion programs as they apply to the case we read about in male clients of sex workers in India and how these were or were not addressed and how they could be improved. To understand the context a little better, India is one of the most populated countries in the world and has some of the highest population density areas, which can easily contribute to the spread of disease. India has over 1.2 billion people and 2.5 million living with HIV as of 2006. Many of these people are concentrated in certain areas of South India, which is where the promotion program was focused. The image on the slide illustrates the distribution of the disease by showing HIV prevalence in antenatal women. Of these people with HIV, there are 4 groups who are most affected, which you would expect: IV drug users, homosexual men, sex workers, and the clients of sex workers. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation funded and helped to set up this initiative to increase condom use in male sex workers. The study began by collecting information on condom use in India. It was found that the baseline use of condoms was at 62% at the beginning of the study. The program was developed from evidence-based research and practice and was implemented to a target audience of male partners of sex workers in 100 towns in the provinces of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. The overall focus was to increase the number of consistent condom users. According to the report, the 4 main goals were to, quote, reduce the HIV incidence by increasing access to condoms, increase consistent condom use among the target audience, improve access to proper treatment for sexually transmitted infections, and create demand for proper STI treatment. Months of planning went into this program, which used the underlying principles listed on the slide, which were all evidence-based, included a simple message with thematic changes every few months to keep the interest of the target groups. Multiple media were used to reach as many people as possible, and the interventions were monitored throughout the process to evaluate. Specifically, they used street theater productions, contests, and small group discussions, and then also some interpersonal conversations. The Belmont Report, released in the late 1970s, outlines the ethics that should be considered when dealing with health administration, research, and promotion. The report simplifies ethics into 3 basic guidelines, including respect for persons, beneficence, and justice. Respect for persons includes recognition of their status as an autonomous person and that some people have diminished autonomy, and these people need to be protected if part of a study. I think this is extremely relevant to this program as it recognizes that the use of a condom is a choice and they aren't forcing people to use them, despite the fact that that would be a really effective way to fight the HIV. Additionally, I wonder if people who participated in these activities knew that they were part of a bigger initiative to lower the HIV rate in India, or if they only saw condom promotion and nothing else. It falls under respect for persons to understand the information regarding their precipitation. Overall, I think the program did an excellent job, and I wouldn't have changed what they did. Beneficence means to not do harm, but it also means to do the best that you can to improve a person's situation. Condom promotion most certainly qualifies as beneficent in this situation because the underlying goal of the program is to reduce disease in the population. And not only does it promote well-being, condoms are virtually harmless unless you're allergic to latex. They were very careful to implement programs that would be harmless as well, using mostly face-to-face interaction in high-traffic areas, trying to hit as many potential clients as possible. Harm in the program could be maybe if the children saw the demonstrations when the parents did not want them to, but it would definitely be outweighed by the benefits of consistent condom use in the population. I think that they did a very good job in considering their population as far as beneficence goes. And lastly, we have the guideline for justice, which means to take into account the distributions of the benefits and the harms of what's being done. Justice somewhat overlaps with beneficence, but whereas beneficence analyzes the actions and goals of the program, justice weighs the pros and cons, harms and benefits, and more specifically, who is receiving these benefits, hopefully in a fair distribution. In this case, the benefit is easily measurable in decreased cases of HIV in a country where HIV is particularly prevalent, and of course, you're going to have subsequent monetary benefits that follow. Additionally, the study did an excellent job of allocating their resources to the areas most in need of these benefits due to the sporadic distribution of HIV in India. I also think they did a very good job of trying to target the clients of sex workers without calling them out or causing them embarrassment. Overall, the program accounted for an 18% increase in consistent condom use from the baseline when comparing those exposed versus those unexposed to the program. This showed very high success rate and that careful planning and implementation, monitoring, and correcting of problems can really produce public health programs that are very successful. Additionally, there was minimal ethical concern in the program, which will have lasting health benefits for the whole country. And here is my reference page. Any information I used in this presentation was obtained either from the Office of Secretary Ethical Principles in their Belmont report or from the report Key Components in Planning, Implementing, and Monitoring a Behavior Change about the sex workers in India.